As we all get ready to bring in the new year, many of us are looking ahead. Before we say goodbye to 2021, we here at KAMC want to take a moment to reflect over a few of the top stories of this last year. KAMC's Katie Gray takes a look back for us.
The year started out hopeful as the city of Lubbock began a mass COVID vaccine clinic at the Civic Center. Thousands of people would rush up to sign up for a spot to get the vaccination in an effort to avoid getting sick and avoiding the virus that is still with us today. In March, Governor Abbott chose Matsalongo's restaurant in Lubbock to hold a press conference to announce that he would be lifting the statewide mask mandate and reducing restrictions at businesses across Texas. Governor Abbott would come back to Lubbock in October to help announce that the Leprino Foods would open up a large cheese factory in Lubbock, creating 600 new jobs and nearly $1 billion investment in the community. In January, the FBI swarmed the offices and home of popular Lubbock dentist Jason White. Several months later, he would plead guilty to production of child pornography and admitted he made pornographic videos with boys under the age of 18. He is scheduled to be sentenced in January.
Well, the first one was, bank fraud, not guilty. The second one was bank fraud, not guilty.
Bart Rager went to trial in federal courtroom in Amarillo. A jury would find him guilty of one count of making a false statement to a bank. This week, a judge denied his appeal to overturn the verdict. He is expected to be sentenced in March. In June, the city of Lubbock began transitioning their power source to the ERCOT grid. Residents lost power for about 15 minutes during the transition, and many worried about ERCOT's reliability after most of Texas lost power on the grid during the big freeze in February. In July, a SWAT standoff in Levelland turns tragic as Lubbock County Sheriff Sergeant Josh Bartlett was killed by an armed suspect shooting from a home. 3 other officers were wounded in that shooting. In August, Lubbock lost someone who brought the community together in so many ways. Luke Siegel passed away after complications of COVID and pneumonia, but his legacy lives on after his family started the Team Luke Hope for Minds organization that gained national attention. In November, a shooting in South Lubbock would go on to make national headlines. Chad Reed shot and killed during a custody dispute. The accused shooter, Kyle Carruth, not charged with any crimes. Reed's family has filed several lawsuits against him, saying it was murder. Carruth's lawyers say his actions were within the bounds of the law and necessary as a reasonable self-defense. The Texas Attorney General has taken over the investigation. It was a memorable year for our wacky weather on the South Plains. The polar vortex in February is a winter weather event that many will not forget. We got down below zero and the high on Valentine's Day was 14 degrees. The hub city stayed below freezing for several days, causing many pipes to burst and some brief power outages. Our spring weather provided some scary days across the South Plains. In May, a tornado warning in Lubbock caused many to take cover as a funnel could be seen right over the hub city. Changes in coaching staff at Texas Tech dominated local sports coverage. Texas Tech basketball head coach Chris Beard shocked a lot of Red Raiders fans and headed south to become the new head coach of the Longhorns. But fans would rally around the coach Mark Adams, who takes the team into the top 25 at the end of the year. The Red Raiders football team made an unexpected coaching change mid-season after a loss to Kansas State. Coach Matt Wells was let go, and interim coach Sonny Comby took over and would lead the Red Raiders to a Liberty Bowl and win over the former Tech coach Mike Leach's Mississippi State Bulldogs.
It's a little tough if you're getting your ass kicked.
New coach Joey McGuire now takes over the team.
And I will die here at Texas Tech.
In March, the Lady Shaps of LCU won their 3rd NCAA Division II National Basketball Championship. Katie Gray, KAMC News.
A lot to fit in one year, Katie. Thank you. As